A breaking news, a shocking news, but most importantly, a sad news. Because this morning on the YouTube channel of Liverpool, we heard Jurgen Klopp announced himself in front of microphone and cameras that he's leaving at the end of the season Liverpool. Now listen to me. You might love or you might hate Jurgen Klopp. You might love Liverpool or dislike the club Liverpool. You might have interest in Premier League or totally disinterested in Premier League, and I will push it even further. You might love football or absolutely not care about football. What happened today, the announcement of the German coach of leaving the Reds at the end of the season, is a huge, big, shocking news that will have a huge, big impact. At the moment, I am still in shock. And you might see me wearing a Liverpool shirt of 06-07. I am not a Liverpool fan, but I am totally in shock about what I heard today. We are speaking about someone that has written and is still writing history with Liverpool. But even more, writing history of football. We are speaking about an iconic man. In a few seconds, we'll speak about some stats that are important to understand the greatness of the German coach. But most importantly, I want to speak about the man, Jurgen, that said today, Auf Wiedersehen. See you to the Reds, to the fans of Anfield. And they will play in a few days in Anfield. FA Cup. It will be huge. That song, You Will Never Walk Alone, they will all go with one voice, this time for one man only. Because whatever will happen until the end of the season, that they win, that they lose, he will never walk alone. Because he's here, in the heart of the supporters. And that's why I want to immediately, before speaking about the man, before speaking about the stats, before speaking about the future, I want to answer the question, or actually the statement that he said when he arrived at Liverpool in 2015. He said, what people are thinking when you arrive is not important. What really matters, the only thing that matters, is what you are leaving them, how they will feel about you when you leave. Well, look on social network, the reaction of all the Liverpool fans, in shock, in tears, because they already know, and it's not even gone yet, the impact that that decision will have. And if you really want to be sure about what we are living as we speak, go and watch the non-Liverpool world, how they are reacting. You have the Premier League fans that even if they are in a way kind of happy that Jurgen is leaving, they are sad because it's an immense loss for Premier League. The grinta, the passion that he was able to bring on the sideline is something that in Premier League they will miss a lot. Not only Liverpool, the entire Premier League world. Because there is one skill that not a lot of people they master. It is transmitting emotions. Being able to share emotions with people without even speaking, just by the way that you behave. And this was something that Jurgen Klopp, he mastered. Able, with a smile, with a gimmick, with acting on the sideline or in press conference, the thing that he was saying, able to share emotions. What a man. Jurgen Klopp. I tell you, I am not a Liverpool fan, but I am at the moment really in shock as I speak. If you really want to understand what is leaving at Liverpool, well, you have to go back to before his time and during his time. He arrived in October 2015. Well, look at the few seasons before him, starting in 09-10. Liverpool finished in Premier League 7th. The season after, 6th, 8th, 7th. 2nd, that was a really beautiful one in 13-14 without him. 6th, his very first season, he arrived midway. He arrived 8th, not his best season ever. Of course, actually, it's the worst season that he did. And then he starts with the Klopp way. Made of aggressivity, made of attacking football, made of athletic teams that were running, and really fast. He understood that the games, they were not finishing at the triple whistle at the 90th minute, that games were longer, 92, 93. Today we are speaking about 100-minute games. He understood it really well. The high pressing that he was showing on the field. And that's where he starts. fourth. Second with 97 points the year after, finally, he's bringing back the Premier League to Liverpool after more than 30 years because he's able to bring it back in 1920. The last time that they won, I'm sure that a lot of people are watching this video now, they were not even born. It was in 1989-90. Incredible what Jurgen Klopp has been able to achieve. And he continues, third, second, fifth, a really difficult year last season for Jurgen Klopp. And by the way, the decision, the motives why he's leaving are also impacted by what he had to experience last season. Now, as we speak, he's first. He's there, not only competing, but at the moment he's looking everyone from the top to the bottom. More than 450 games, 466 more or less he played, 293 wins. 972 goals. They will probably go over the 1,000 goals scored at Liverpool in the Klopp Jurgen era. It's just something incredible that we are speaking at the moment. And Liverpool had really legendary coaches. As we speak today, I might be wrong, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that even if the season is not over yet, we are speaking about the greatest coaches of all time at Liverpool. Am I wrong if I'm telling you that? I don't believe so. And it's not only Liverpool, because if you go back when he was coaching Mainz, his first experience as a first team coach, 7 years there, he did beautiful things. At Dortmund, I will give you a stat because he was there from 2008 until 2015. The last time that they won the Bundesliga Dortmund, it was under the Klopp era. Since they never won the Bundesliga again, because it was a dominance, ultra dominance, and probably also deserved by Bayern Munich. But the last one that was able to beat them in Bundesliga was Jurgen Klopp. What are we speaking about? What are we speaking about today? It's a coach that gave also explanations why he's leaving. He said, I want to be honest. I want to be transparent. I want to be really clear with the fans. In today's world, it's impossible to keep a secret. It's something that I already thought about and I already communicated to the board in November. I'm already surprised that nobody already actually spoiled the news, but here we are. In a moment where I tell you, honestly, that I'm running out of energy. Because what we see, of course, are the mini clips in training session. What we see are the games, are the pre-games conferences, are the post-game conferences. That's all what we see. But a coach, whatever coach, from smaller leagues to top elite clubs, they are working 24/7. And in these kind of top clubs, they have a pressure that is there. 7-on-7, 24 hours a day. And he's tired. The cycle has done, and I appreciate the decision because it makes totally no sense when you start preparing a new season, what he was explaining, because you start preparing the new season already quite early in the actual season, the next one already. If you feel that you are a bit tired, if you don't feel anymore the same level of motivation, well, as a leader, you have to say out of yourself, I'm leaving. It is time for me. We built something fantastic and I will never forget it. Like he's saying, I love this club, I love the city, I love the people, I love everything around Liverpool. But it's time for me to give it to someone else, to pass it. Now, what are the consequences of him leaving and saying actually it already now in January? You can go two ways. Or you have teams, depending on the group, that are saying we want to go the extra mile for that coach that gave us everything, that actually even helped us to become the players that we are today. Thanks to trust, thanks to belief, thanks to motivation. We want to go that extra mile and we will be able to do it, pushing even harder on national and international soul. Some other teams, some other groups, some other players, they have the reverse effect. They collapse. It's over. They are a bit sad. They lack that motivation. They're already thinking too much about the future and forget about the present. This is something that today we can't answer. We don't know. We just simply don't know what will happen. Now, if we are thinking about the future, of course, the first name that comes in mind for the future of Liverpool, it's Xabi Alonso, that is doing fantastically well at the moment. Now, today, he's the best coach in Europe at the moment. What he's able to achieve with his Leverkusen +4 in Bundesliga over Bayern may be stopping, and that's the coincidence, maybe stopping the winning era of Bayern Munich. Remember Jurgen Klopp, Xabi Alonso. Maybe he could be that. He has a contract until 2026 with the German club, but there is apparently, according to some rumors that were really fast, they were really able to spot that there was a possible clause for him to leave to coach one of his former clubs. What club are we speaking about? Real Madrid, Ancelotti just extended. Bayern Munich, and recently there were voices that if Tuchel was flopping, if Tuchel was not doing well this season at Bayern, he could have been replaced with the Leverkusen coach, Xabi Alonso. Another club is Liverpool. He's a legend there. He's another icon. Not yet as a coach, but already as a player, Xabi Alonso. Today there was a press conference and he said, I was surprised. I was not expecting it, like all of us in the football world. I am focused on today. We have a fantastic, beautiful journey. We are doing beautiful things. We have a fantastic, great challenge that we are aware of. The future, I don't know. What about the future of Jurgen Klopp? Might take a sabbatical year. One thing that I'm convinced of, it's not the last time that we see him coaching a team. He might stop for one season, maybe even for a few months, and then coming back in the important football, the football that counts. There is one thing that let me think that he will take a few months of break. Why? Because he was already complaining since not yesterday, but since a while now, that there were too many games, too much, that we were exaggerating. And not only for the players, with the thing that we didn't notice is that when he was saying the players, the teams, the world of football is taking all the energy out of us, he was probably thinking and speaking about himself. Well, I see him, why not, in available possible clubs soon, like Barcelona. Is Barcelona the club for Jurgen Klopp? I don't know. To Bayern Munich? Could be. Could be. Will he go there after his fantastic journey at Dortmund? I don't know. Going to the German national team? Might be. Will he go to Italy? I don't think so. I'm not sure about Klopp going to Serie A. Can he go to Ligue 1? I don't believe so. The choices are quite limited when you are that of a coach. If you're Jurgen Klopp, it is really difficult to find another club. A club that might go with you. Because, with Jurgen Klopp, we are speaking about long cycles. I don't know. I am still in shock. I'm really curious to read what you think about it, about how I explained my experience with Jurgen Klopp. If you're asking yourself, and if you made it until the end of the video, what that shirt is, Liverpool away shirt, 06-07, when they were not yet starting the Klopp era, when they were not yet winning, because that season they lost the Champions League, where they were not able to win yet the Premier League. If you are looking for these kind of vintage, retro, fantastic, beautiful shirt, the link is into the description. 19 vintage football shirt, just a fantastic, beautiful physical store in Brussels, and online store you will find in the description. Thank you for your patience. My name is Giuseppe, and together we covered Jurgen Klopp.